Hello everyone and welcome back to this episode on V-Rising Gloomrot. So today we are going to go through some more bosses, but before we do that, I want to show you some updates. So I did a lot of farming. I did farming for grave dust, farming for copper, and I was able to make the ring. So I got the Ring of the Dawnrunner. I like this ring. It's got the movement speed, which isn't a lot, but it's a little bit. It helps a little bit. And plus the max health, which helps a lot. There are other rings. They're probably good depending on your playstyle. There's ones for spell bonuses, spell critical, and there's other ones for just physical damage. This one's more of, I guess, tanky, like a tank ring. Single player, I kind of like this one because you're needing a lot more survival in single player. I did finish the set, and so we got more max health increase from the set bonus. We also got the physical power increased by 2, and our gear levels increased by 1. So we're actually at 42 now. And if we look at our V-Blood tracker, we can see that we can now go deeper into the list here. We can see many different bosses because we're so high. All the way up to Meredith, the Bright Archer. Let's look at some other updates. I did finish this room here, and I just moved over the blood press and then the research desk. I haven't gotten too many more books. This is what I have now. So I have been trying to farm up the books. I don't think I have any other books, do I? Oh, I do have 2 more books here, yeah. Unlock those. And we can do a little bit of research. I think we have kind of the big stuff out of the way, which is the set bonus for the Night Stalker set, and then we also have the weapons that we want. I still need to upgrade the sword and then the axes, but that's not important right now. My main weapon is going to be the mace for a little while. So let's do a couple of, or we can only do 2, so let's do 2 discoveries here. Got the soul resistance potion, and we got some panels. So this right here. Alright, so we will come back to this later. What I wanted to do before we get started on some bosses is actually complete the Waygate. So I was farming up some gem dust. I didn't get a lot of gem dust though. I think we need 20 for the Waygates. Okay, so we can go to the grinder, and the grinder has the gems conversion here, so we can grind down some gems. Okay, so the small gems will give you 4 per, so we have a little bit more than we need, but we will use that later. I'm gonna put the Waygate in here. You can put it indoors. It's not a big deal. So we can hold it down, and we can see. Oh, we can't teleport with stuff because we have the gem dust on us. But we did interact with it, so we did complete this quest here. So now we have to do a stone coffin. And that's going to be... stone coffin's going to be some amethyst. We have the brick and we have the grave dust on us still. So, amethyst. And we could put this... This will kind of replace our current coffin. Is pretty big. And then now we're going to be in the servant coffin section. So this is where you start getting into servants. So for that, we just need a greater blood essence. And we should have an extra one of those in here. Actually going to get rid of this. Let's just get rid of that. Can I move this in here? Yeah, I can. Okay. I made this extra room just for, you know, more space, and it's not enough, I guess. So let's go ahead and create one of these. And we should now be able to have access to... let's see. There we go. So we get Dominate Human. So we have to dominate a human to convert the human into a servant. So dominate human is a spell on our, you hold down left control and you get that as spell ability. And it lets us take somebody down and then we are able to convert them. So we can go find someone. We really want to get someone that has like a high blood percentage, because the higher the blood percentage, the more that they are going to be, the more bonuses they get from when you dominate them and you put them in the servant's coffin. So let's see, we have this guy's 18. Let's look for the highest one. We also want to get this a certain OS 57 warrior. Warriors don't have a lot to offer, really. There's some places they can go. I'm just going to kill this guy. There's another book over there. So here's our mace, which is absolutely destroying these guys. Workshop walls. And what did we get? Alchemy floors? Ooh, we got the alchemy floors. Alright, so that's going to be nice. And workshop walls, which is alright, you know, that's cosmetics. I guess he's the highest one, so we'll get this guy for now, this warrior right here. Let me just clear this area out so we're not being interfered with. Where is he at? There he is. We want to be careful with this. I wish they would split up. Can I hit him? Alright. Well, what we'll do is... Oh, there we go. Alright, so we turn on our Dominant Human spell and hit R, and it does that link. Wait for the... Oh, I turned around. Oh, I got him, actually. Okay, we got him. I thought I turned around and it canceled it, but you don't want to hit R again because it releases a target and kills him. So we want to... Once he's dominated, he has this glow around him. And we can just walk over to our servant's coffin. Make sure you have some blood on you. I think you need 100 blood for anyone that you want to put in one of those coffins. And here we are at our servant's coffin. We can just convert. And it now gives us the ability to convert them. It takes some time. We can reduce the time with the correct flooring. We don't have that flooring yet, but we will. When we do get that one, it'll be nice. We do have the alchemy floor though, so we can get bonuses from that. And I guess we already had the workshop walls, so we can destroy that in the Devourer. So we'll get some more paper, and we also have this mace that I got from mining earlier. These are really good ways to get silver coins. And I did notice that you can buy the maces, the mining maces, from the copper vendors. So there's no way to convert copper into silver other than buying the mining maces or the lumber axes and then converting them by putting them in the Devourer. So if you have excess copper and you've already gotten everything that you need to get from, from the cosmetics or from the books, we've already have everything. We can start taking our copper and start buying the maces and the lumber axes. And that gets us a silver, and the silver is what we need for the next zone. And then of course there is a way, once you get the fabricator later on, then you can convert the silver into the gold coins, the sun coins, which is what you need for the final zone. So the only direct way to convert copper into silver is buying the maces and stuff. Okay, and so the one thing I wanted to also mention is that if you are in need of grave dust, there is a forgotten cemetery here. And you can see we get grave dust, morning lily, and bone. If you're not high enough to go here, which you probably want to be in the upper 30s, then you can always visit the graveyards, the 2 graveyards down here. And those will give you a smaller amount. But so we have to wait till this guy is done. I'm not going to sit here and wait for him to get done. We can do other things. You also want to make sure you turn off the Dominate Servant, because that will eat up your blood. When we get the Castle Throne, I will talk a little bit more about that, because there is some strategy to what you need and which servants you should be picking. So let's build our vermin nest now. I think we have to build it outside because we don't have enough space inside. Let me grab this brazier and put it over here. If you're going to build the vermin nest outside, which you can start off outside, but you definitely want to move it inside because there's a flooring bonus when you have the vermin nest. So here it is. A bunch of stone and some bone. And you can drop it here. And now we have access to sort of craft different types of rats. And eventually we get to spiderlings. So it's another way to gather certain resources without having to go out into the world and gather them. A way that you can do that locally. And one of those is going to be the putrid rat. So the putrid rat is a V-boss, sort of. He requires 4 grave dust and 1 unsullied heart, which we have 2 right now. You can summon him multiple times. I don't know why you would. I don't think you can get a specific blood type from him. Let's just do that, and then takes a second to summon him, or I guess it takes 30 seconds to summon him. And here's the floor bonuses. You need a alchemy lab floor, which we just got. We got that one just now. It gives us, you know, half the price, or I guess a quarter of the price. It'll still cost the heart, but it'll now just cost 1 or 3 grave dust instead of the 4. So let's let him summon. We have our brazier going because it's daytime and we would be in the sun. He doesn't do too much damage to your base. Really, it's just that little quick attack. He is level 30, yeah, so not difficult. He does have a couple of stages. So this stage he summons rats, little small rats. You have to kill. A lot of AoE you can use to wipe these guys out. Okay, we're taking damage. Oh, got him just before he went underground. That's it. It's not too difficult. You know, pretty simple boss fight. It is a V-blood. And he doesn't really give us anything. He gives us a rat, or a couple rats, I guess. That's definitely not worth summoning him over and over again. Now we get rat form. It's also on our control menu here. This just reduces the aggro range of enemies. So if we're running into a heavy zone of people or other animals, we can get around on the outskirts quicker with this because we won't be aggroing a bunch of enemies. So it's, of course, taking damage or attacking breaks the effect. So that's the boss rat. Hello everyone, welcome back. We are at the Forgotten Cemetery here, pretty close to the base. And we're going to fight Nicholas. Not her. Nicholas is this guy. So I already fought him. Thought I was recording, but I guess I did not unpause it. So I'm back here to fight him again. And a few things that I mentioned before is you want to watch out for these assassins. They do a lot of damage, and they go invisible. They do stun you too. Kind of like the ones that we see from the humans. And you also want to watch out for these skulls right here, flying skulls. They explode and they do a lot of damage as well, like 60 damage, good chunks to your health. And you also want to focus on the skeleton priests, like we mentioned before, because they do a lot of summons. And of course you can get stunned into a bunch of skeletons and it's not fun. Let's run away. You can kill them before they explode if you're fast enough. Or you can just run away. So I think that's pretty much all I covered before. So I'm going to go through this again and get to the boss, which is up there. Alright, here is Nicholas. I am really low on blood right now. I have 1.7 liters left. And I did almost die to him the first time. So hopefully we can kill him without too much trouble this time. Start off with our combo. So you have to watch out for two things. That fear isn't too big of a deal, but his skeletons that he summons can become overwhelming, and it can lock you into a place that's really hard to get out of. So watch out for that, and then you want to watch for this ability right here. It starts casting these skeletons. These things do a ton of damage, like a lot. You really just want to get into his face and try to stay on him. But this is a fight that's really hard to do if you don't have AoE, because he will hide behind his minions, and then it's hard to hit him. Easy enough. You still have to kill the skeletons. I nearly died to the skeletons at the end. Like, I think I had 7 health left. So let's get all this stuff here. Now let's just extract this. This will fill up our health, at least. But I will need to get some blood pretty soon. Getting really low. Yeah, nothing new learned, because I did learn it. I actually had the same ring. I actually had... there it is. Yeah, I have the same ring that he dropped. Ring of the Warlock and Workshop Walls. We already have those things. We did get a Starving Caress. I think this is actually probably better. Yeah, currently equipped is the invisible one, which doesn't really work out too well. Alright, that's that boss. I'm going to head back to the base and probably get some blood on the way there, because I am really low. Right here back at the base, I did wind up making a alchemy floor room. So now we get some nice bonuses for the alchemy table and for the vermin nest. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, really. It's just another cheaper way to get stuff that we need. Alchemy table, I use a ton in the next zone. Once we get the glass, access to the glass. But we do have our servant that's done. Let's see, Marcus. Change the name on them. And now he's a servant. We have to equip him and we can send him out. So let's complete this. We now get the castle throne. Well, then we get crypt flooring. Nice. So the castle throne is massive, and it's probably take some bricks. Dominance. Let's see. 4 greater blood essence and iron ingots. So we are kind of stuck here because we can't get the iron ingots yet. And we can get the greater blood essence, but not at this time. I don't have that. So I'm going to put all this stuff away, and then we'll take a look at the next step here. One other thing we want to move is the blood press, because this also gets a bonus for the alchemy flooring. As we can see, we now can craft these greater blood essences with only 3 instead of 4. So another bonus for the alchemy lab flooring. You definitely want to check your different machines at your base to make sure that they're in the right rooms, especially as you unlock more floors. So we're stuck on this quest until we can beat the last boss, which is going to be there. So the next boss we're going to take a look at is going to be the Feywalker. She unlocks the garlic resistance brew, which is very important for the next zone and acquiring materials there. And we also get the growing plots. So the growing plots are just upgrades to what we have now for the plots that we were using to grow things on. And she's going to be here in this little field. It's a very open field, so you want to get there at a reasonable time and not like close to morning, because it's nearly impossible to fight her. I'm going to head there. It's just kind of a far distance away, and I'll see you when I am there. Alright, here we are in the Gloomy Meadows. This is a good place to get blood rose and other kinds of flowers and seeds. And she just paths back and forth in this area, as you can see right there. But let's go ahead and try to fight her now. Put on my mace. Combo her. She's a mage, so she does a lot of magic attacks. Summons things. Summons wolves. Like that. And if they hit you, they will bounce off of her and bounce off of you continuously. She also summons these little butterflies. There's the wolves. Bouncing. And she goes invisible. I am actually pretty high level, so it's not going to be too difficult to take her down. You can actually kite her away from these butterflies, which makes it nice, because you have a lot of space you can go to. So if they're giving you trouble, you can just keep kiting her away. Like outrange, hide behind line of sight, and then there you go. Butterflies are out of range. Summons multiple butterflies though. Just keep kiting her. Her wolves will also bounce off the butterflies too, so be careful with that. I didn't take my brew, did I? Oh well. Not gonna do it now because she's almost dead.
Peace. I will find peace.
And that's it. That's the fight. Like 5 levels higher than her, so wasn't too hard. Doesn't drop anything. Kinda stinks. It's not for me, she didn't. Keep the pollen. Pollen's going to be very useful once you get the tailoring table. And actually, let's take a look at her spell she gave us. The wolf. So we get the wolf. The same thing she uses. It bounces a wolf in between you and another friendly person or another enemy. And just does back and forth damage. And you also get the other things like the growing plots and the brew. The garlic brew. So that's going to be her. So I'm going to finish grabbing up this stuff and then we'll head back to the base. Okay, I am back and I was expanding this and I did realize it was going to be a blood moon tonight. So I guess one bonus thing we can do with this blood moon. Alright, so let's go ahead and track Tristan. There he is. He is in the zone. He's high level. He's the guy that we saw earlier. He should be he's very far away. Okay, so he might be traveling around this area, but I think we can get to him before the blood moon's over. He is very close to our level. I think he's mid-40s, somewhere in there. But I will go find him and then we will fight him. Alright, I'm back and I was able to find him. He was actually in his camp. I was clearing out some people and he kind of got in the fray, so his attacks, does a lot of damage, by the way. He's a vampire hunter. And he does this long strike. And he also does a shorter strike. Some dashes. You can stay at range, but he does have some gap closers, so you want to be careful. He also has a crossbow that he does that shoots out fire bolts. And he'll throw bombs that do a lot of fire damage. Oh, I'm on fire. Yep, gotta be careful. So yeah, kind of a rough fight because he can really get gap close. Yeah, probably not gonna happen. I have to reset him. I was kind of low health when I started this fight, anyways. Let me reset him. Okay. Let's heal up. All right, here we are, round 2. Really bad spot for him, but it is what it is. Let's try to cut him to a spot that's not claustrophobic because of all his bombs he does. Oh man, I'm getting like everybody on me.
I won't be the
Okay, that was actually a lot of fighting. If you hit him when he resets, he won't reset fully. He won't lose his health. So you have that ability to continue fighting him if you get to him quick enough. But let me get over here out of the range of these guys, where it's got some shade. Okay, should be fine here. So that was a fight. We did happen to get a Merciless Hallowing Leggings. We already have that. As far as spells go, he gives us the Blood Hunger spell. This lets us find the blood types of people around us, so we can see them without having to like hover over them with our mouse. He also gives us the ability to create greater blood essences from regular blood essences. And we also get the Great Sword, but we still need to get the iron, unlock iron for that. We do get Veil of Frost, which is just a dash ability, which does a chill effect. It's kind of handy for the Reaper Scythe or something that requires, you know, just a lot of lining up abilities. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.